are coming.
Oh.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the FRL'Cast, and I'm going to pass you straight over to Mr. Cooper, who's going to introduce everyone tonight.
Evening, folks. Thanks for joining us. We're a little bit late. We had a little technical hiccup. We were practicing our lines, and then we realised we weren't live, basically. So, fourth podcast that we've done. We've got some very special guests on this evening, as you can see. Chris is always. I think Chris lives in here, to be fair, so he's with us. Evening, Chris.
Evening. How are we doing, guys and girls?
Very well. Cool beans. Dal is obviously just checking out his following at the moment. Dal's been doing loads of work this evening.
Dale, we're here. We're not on the phone. We're here.
I'm making sure that we're streaming this time.
Making sure we're live. So Dal's here. Cool beans. Will Friedman joins us this evening. Yeah. The enigmatic Will. We're going to find out more about what he's been doing shortly. Cool beans. And Gamer Dad, as you can see, he's here. He's here right now. Look, and you can see his whole face today. He's not in a box today. He's there, which is fantastic. So
nobody puts Gamer in a box.
Gamer in a box. So thanks for joining us. Obviously, we've got a lot to talk about this evening. So I'm hoping you're all coffeed up with your own coffee delivery device from FRL. Gamer's got one, and we've got a lot to talk about. So I'm going to pass the baton on now. I'm going to go to Dal to start with, because Dal, I think, didn't you want to bring us up to date with what's happened in the last few days in terms of the end of those championships? I know you like to give us that information, or is it a case of let's just crack on with the update?
Well, the only update that we were needing was on the GT Sunday, wasn't it? And then the Mixed Mondays.
It was.
I will get up. Hang on 2 seconds. I'll get up the Mixed Mondays one. Or I'll bring up the GT Sunday ones so as we can look at them. But why don't we start with the Mixed Mondays? Since I'm quite excited about the fact that I've actually got a team championship out of that one. All thanks to Mr. Stig above me.
That's it.
Mr. Will Friedman.
Friedman and Dale seemed to team up in the Mixed Mondays. I think that was a fix.
He pulled me through on that one. I did nothing but crash.
Yeah, I helped you to win.
And that was your second championship this season, is it? For the season.
And as many days.
So how many championships did you win, Will? Over the last
two.
week?
Two in the same week.
Yep.
Easy work.
Yeah,
easy. I've gone through this week as well.
Yeah, but
I'm struggling to get the web page up.
I waited so long to win something in FRL. There are so many good drivers here.
There is. Yes. Definitely the quality has risen dramatically in the last 4 or 5 months.
Yeah, definitely. You're always a very busy man, Will, doing all the things in the background, which we'll discuss later on in the podcast. But for you to find time to be able to do racing and to get a couple of championships off the back of that, I think it's just testament to. I mean, if you raced more, you'd probably have more. So just you keep doing what you're doing and give us guys a chance. That's good.
I can't get over how big Gamer Dad's head looks right now. I've never seen it looking this big on a screen in the FRL cast.
All right, so basically just give you what the top 5 look like in GT3 and GT4. The Will, who actually, give the Will credit, he done the first race in a GT4 car and then moved over to the GT3s and still managed to win the GT3 class by 8 points over Big Jeff. Hill Rocker was in third place. Yep, so Hill Rocker was in third place. Adrift about 44 points. Krishna missed, 4 races? Still managed to come in 4th with 204. And then the Grass Cutter managed to come in with a wee 5th place.
Mr. Consistently not consistent.
So in the GT4s, as we said, Mr. Will Friedman here has 16 points lead, man. That was good.
Yeah, it was tight actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
Went to the wire.
You and the top 3 places except TK Drifter managed to do all the races as far as I can see. And it was more or less a mixture between you guys that got the first, second and third. But Marty Road Race got second, 16 points behind. TK Drifter, who was 208, 128 points behind, so it was really between you two guys at top. Your teammate Seisman, I think that's how you say his name, he was 168, and then you had Raikamaja.
Well, it's just trousers tonight. Sorry, everyone's asking me to stand up.
I was getting worried, I almost turned you off. I thought you were getting ready to strip.
Wow, that's the prize for the competition tonight. Oh, no one's answered. There's a fucking.
That's a big sweary word.
Nearly.
First one.
Kill beans.
That's right.
Cool beans.
Okay.
Bumblebee tuna.
So just run quickly over the top 5 in each tier for the GT Sunday as well. So in the tier 1, we had Michael Races in first place, 292
as usual.
points. Yeah, he's been very consistently winning lately, hasn't he? You have Lely 9, who's 288 points, 4 points behind. So that was a close fight. I am Bog Paper with 198.
I am Graham. Let's be.
He said it. I can't believe he said it.
Kill beans.
And he had 198 points, so 94 points behind. Spacey 12 was 178 points. And our man Crazies came in 5th place with 175.
What? Yeah, they must have missed like 9 races and competed in one then to get that.
He actually raced in every race.
He was struggling Sunday.
Yeah,
he was struggling.
Yeah, I know he said something about he didn't like that.
Worst GT4 driver in history.
It was the GT4, it's GT3.
Okay.
Can you you need to put your wee space background up because your head's still in the clouds, mate. Okay, so tier 2, which is where I was at. We had Geo 87, who finished first with 248 points.
Well done, Geo.
Yeah.
That's all I
yes. Talking about Geo, he's just he had a tenner on Coops going full Donald Duck tonight.
I know, everyone's in the chat talking about what I'm bloody wearing again. Not here for the modelling contracts, obviously.
Keddy saying, nice app, Will, top work, you.
Yeah, I've not had a chance to look at that yet with this.
What app? What are you on about? App? What do you mean?
We'll come to that.
We'll get to that.
Chris was jumping ahead. So, Dinder Muffin was 20 points behind. Then we had Tro246, who was 63 points behind in 3rd. Oh, I'm going to get this name wrong again. Renviller, who was 180 points,
that was
68 points behind. And then Dragger on Speed was 168 points, 80 points behind. That more or less wraps up the seasons to date. So next time round we will see how the seasons go. I believe you had a question.
If there are any more seasons, this might be the end tonight.
Could be.
Oh, you never know.
Shutting down.
Cool beats. Lovely, Chris. I thought you were showing us a picture of something else, mate, to be honest.
It looks like something there, like, oh, he's got a picture of. Oh, it's a couple of beans.
Yeah, that would have been nuts to put that picture up. Okay, Mr. Cooper, why don't you go ahead and ask your question one more time?
What question?
The question you
just
asked.
Yeah, what app? Someone's mentioned about an app, and I think, Will, you need to talk to us about this app.
Yes. So, all eyes on you, Will.
Everything started actually in late July, I think, when I joined FRL. It was a small group at the beginning, but it grew up pretty quick, and I've decided to give my help with the spreadsheet and tables because I'm used to it and I like to do it. And then I wanted to go more, far. I mean, I wanted to have more stuff for FRL, so I decided to create a website. And
then, what a website it is as well, just to
fantastic.
It's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
The navigation, how it looks, everything, the content, it's fantastic.
I'm happy with it, but it needs many, how to say, better things on it. I'm not 100% satisfied of the website right now. It's not as perfect as I wish, and
God, it can only get better then.
but for now we have 11K visitors since 4 months. Yeah, and something like 5 or 6K visitors and 11K page visited. So it's good for 4 months, I think. And for Patreons, we decided to give them some of our best driver setups. And for this, we used the spreadsheets, but everything has its limits. So I decided to create an application that you can install on iOS and Android, and it's a better way to see the setups that we made. But this app will also be useful for PC users because I'll add the libraries and the JSON files for setups on PC.
Oh, that's interesting. That's going to be brilliant.
Amazing, Will.
Yeah, it will be directly inserted as link in the app, then you can just download it from on your PC.
You know what? I think just hearing that is amazing, isn't it? The amount of work that Will must be putting in on that. So we'll take a bow to that one, mate. Yeah, exactly. But the more pertinent thing at the moment is no one cares about that, Will, in the chat. No one cares about it. No one cares about what we're saying. They're all trying to figure out what your actual name is, as they always do. And Traction Dave always gets a mention. He says Google doesn't work for names, so he's not going to figure it out. I think you later on, Will, you should tell us what not yet. Later on, you should tell them what the full name is.
Yes.
My full name is Guillaume.
Guillaume.
See?
Yeah, I write in the chat.
Yeah, right in the chat.
Go. Everybody watching it.
Ah, there we go. Brilliant.
Guillaume.
No, but seriously, mate, the work you do is amazing.
Yes.
And no wonder you only get 20 minutes to practice every time you want to drive with the amount of other stuff you're doing.
And still managing to win.
I know. Putting in those great times, those great performances. Yeah. And in the background, so about 20% of your time is taken up by racing, and about 80% of your time, like FRL time, is taken up by coding and designing websites and creating this new app. The new app, everyone, you can get access to it. Will has put a link on the announcements channel. It's also on the website. Go and have a look at it. The information he's talking about regarding the website as well, the amount of interactions that our website's having, it's right at the very bottom, so you can see how popular the FRL world is becoming. 5,000 and 12,000 visitors as well since it's been created. So get on there, get the app.
If people have troubles to install the app on the phone, just pop me in the general chat. It's not a problem. I'll answer.
Okay, brilliant. Okay.
Could we also just give Will a great thank you for his special work in the NSFW channel?
I'm waiting for the real website to come out. I've got my credit cards right here. Cool beans.
Yeah, cool beans. Let's not delve into that channel too much. Just let people know there is an NSFW channel. That's it. Discussion over. Keep it PC. Yes. So, well, you bring lots and lots of joy, as well as a website and an app.
So, was there anything that you, in particular, that you wanted to talk about tonight, Will? or was it mostly was it just about the app and things? Yeah.
So sorry, I didn't listen.
Was there more information that you wanted to give us tonight as well?
Anything else you would like to discuss?
No.
What sort of plans? So I'll ask you a question. What sort of plans and modifications, etc., are you going to? Have you got kind of in that golden sort of safe in there? So what kind of plans have you got for the website and for the FRL world?
For the website, I need to develop PS5 section in the next few months, because it will grow up quick as well. But it's a bit complicated to be the only person to manage the website, because it's like we have 3 games on the same website right now, because there's a game on PC, there's a game on PS4, and now on PS5. So I have to make all pages individually and deal with this. And it's a bit complicated to find the time, because I have family, I have kids, I have work.
As we all do, yeah, that's correct.
I don't work in computers or anything at all. I'm just in justice. I don't do stuffs on laptop.
Oh, right.
So
okay.
I try to find the time when I'm off work and off family.
So we're going to see like a drop in your driving, thank God, and more stuff in the background, and that way other people can have a chance to perhaps win some races.
Yeah, but
as that's what we're all about here at FRL, taking part in Assetto Corsa Competizione.
Yeah, and with all this, sometimes I try to drive a bit on PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
I play other games too, like Assassin's Creed or RPG like that.
Cool.
So I guess we could ask if any of our FRL family and viewers, if you know how to do computer coding and you can help well out and work under them.
Yeah, Michael Racing says he works in website development, Del.
Oh.
So Michael's just said he'll do it all. You just tell him what to do and he'll do it. That's what he said, Will.
Right. Michael races, don't ever race again, and just get fully involved with
plan. We just
that would be fantastic.
You can't keep taking people out of the racing side of it.
Try to take some of the fast guys away. Come on, leave me alone.
You still won't win a race.
No.
Anyway, Chris, you've got your very own series, which you'll be doing on your own in your own public lobby with no one else in it.
I know, and I'll still come second.
Possibly.
Last.
Yeah.
First and last.
Shall we? Right, so obviously we've been doing a lot of work over the last few days. Yes. Dal's been doing tons of work. Gamer, Will, obviously, Chris, a lot of you lot have also been doing a lot of work on the testing. What's up, Chris?
Neil says, Dale, call the police. Someone has stolen your Fanatec. Oh, Neil, that's brilliant.
That was my mother.
Brilliant. That is brilliant.
Oh yes, fantastic. Well spotted.
Right, stop having fun. This is an informative program this evening. So obviously you guys have all been helping out as well in the testing, and we've just all come off quite a long chat, didn't we, as a group?
It had to be quite long.
Had to be admin
to discuss the roadmap forward, how we're going to do this, and we do have a map, don't we, guys? We know what we're going to do. Yes. And obviously we want to discuss that tonight and let you guys know. And thankfully we've got all these gents here to help, haven't we? Bickly
steps. We'll obviously touch on what's been popular, what we're losing, but do not fret. What we're losing, we're replacing with awesomeness. So the whole meeting was really, really about going forward, Jay, like you're saying. What nights
Keddy, this is for you. Sorry, Keddy. Keddy asked for it. He did.
Liar, pants on fire.
I'm not wearing pants according to half the live chat.
Yeah, Gio says that you actually don't wear pants, and that's the answer to the competition.
Commando coops, isn't it? That's what it is.
So the conversations are quite in depth. James has got like a what looks like a very, very sore head ahead of him. But we've got a really good admin team and a dedicated admin team to help kind of divvy out all of the kind of things and set them up. Will's going to do everything in the background regarding the website, keeping everybody abreast on stuff like that. But namely, we might as well announce what nights are going to be.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's let everyone know. Everyone wants to know.
We're looking at Tuesday nights are going to stay because that's probably one of our more popular nights, along with Sundays. We're also going to have them covering off both platforms, PS4 and PS5. Details will be coming out very soon by James himself. Everyone,
I think he's working on that now, isn't he?
Sign-ups will be live. Sign-ups will be live soon, I do believe.
Yes, he'll be typing something up as we speak.
There's been a couple of things actually popped up on Discord while we were sitting here.
Cool. We've also got Friday nights, which is going to be Gamer Dad's baby.
First Friday of every month will be mixed endurance races.
Nice. A collection of O's and A's, you see.
For both platforms. Hopefully.
For both platforms. Yep.
So Chris will probably run the PS5 side, I run the PS4 side.
Yeah.
Same as I will be also running the PS4 Sunday side as well, helping Crazies out.
Crazies.
Yes, and then me and Coops will be running the Tackle Tuesdays. We've got obviously both platforms.
The best news of all, Slammers will still be on a Tuesday night on PS4.
The most popular late night, 11 PM madness. Yeah. Then we've got a really, really exciting couple of prospects in the background as well. We have our new American setup, which is coming in, called TNT.
Yep. Thursday
Night Thunder. And we also have...
do you need a doctor, Chris?
Yeah, please. We have our Nations Cup as well. I've got Excitement ISIS. Sorry, what was that?
I think Coops has been drinking tonight.
No.
Little Freudian slips coming out.
And we've got our Nations, so we discussed that in one of our last, I think it was in the last FRL'Cast or the one beforehand. Nations
Details
Cup.
have got to be worked out on that though.
Yes, it's definitely happening. We need to iron it out. Little steps. The big massive updates just happened. We'll be doing lots of testing, so we'll get things set up as quickly as we possibly can.
And thanks to the guys that did help testing yesterday.
Yeah.
Could I just say something about the testing? I got a message back from 505 support because I was having a problem where I couldn't get past the start screen. Anyone that can't get past the start screen,
you've got to push the on button on your PlayStation, Derek.
Yes, I know that. If you can't get past the start screen on your PlayStation 5 version, what I was told, and it worked fine, was I had to delete the whole PlayStation 4 version. There's certain parts of the DLC, replays and highlights that will cause problems with a new one. It's not for everyone.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's only happening the problems with certain people. So if you're having that problem, go ahead and delete your PS4 version and you'll get no problem.
Or send Derek a direct message.
Yep, you can do that as well.
He'll help you through any. He's really good with troubleshooting. He's the guy we go to for PS problems and PlayStation PC problems as well. So
I'm still having a problem with mine's. Apparently, ACC on PlayStation 5 has identified my Fanatec as Logitech.
Nice.
So my bloody pedals don't work. I don't know when that's going to get fixed because the game has just decided I'll delete it, put in Fanatec, get into the race, and it goes back to Logitech, and I'm screwed.
Oh, don't just come join me on PS4, didn't
you? Might end up just on.
I think we should also make that point. Are you're gonna say that now,
guys? Yeah, I was going to say that. By the way, guys, if you are on PS5 and you do fancy running PS4 version, sign-ups are open, or both sign-ups are open for you guys as well. So you could do either or both.
Yeah. Yeah, we want to make sure everyone's got that chance. I mean, and can maybe just race with their mates rather than just whatever platform they're on. So that'll work quite nicely, I think.
Yeah, we were saying that in the discussion that we think there's a really, really big kind of like friendly kind of atmosphere that's happened here, and I think a lot of us are going to find the PS5 guys will come and race in the PS4 version leagues as well, because their pals are in there. Some of their pals are PS4, some PS5, so it's open to all the PS5 guys to race in any PS4 league. So
I might actually go to the PS4 league because most of the aliens have got PS5s, don't they?
Yes, that is true, Dale. Come join. Come.
I might have to go to PS4 for a chance.
Game of Dead recruitment.
And I'm one of the only admins that's not taken Gamer out yet, so I might need to go for at least one season.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. You got it in.
I don't want to talk about being admin.
Admin, is this the new term?
Del, so I'm waiting on Kevin, Del, who else?
I'll get you again.
Cooper. Yeah, Martin, you haven't taken me out yet either.
No, I haven't. The closest we got was when I did a nice pirouette in front of you at the top of Rouge many moons ago in tacos or whatever it was, wasn't it? So
Yes.
I'm nice like that.
But yeah, I have a target on my back from the admins.
So we've got a bit of a logistical nightmare ahead for you, Will. You've got quite a lot of these new league setups, obviously continuing on some of the most popular days, but your website's going to be filled with more stats and links and bits and bobs and things all over the place. So you've got a lot of work ahead of you, by the looks of things. So what's this here? There we go. It looks like James has actually posted
timing.
up. Well done. He's posted up the sign up chat.
So
sign up in.
So the other thing we're going to do, obviously, we're going to run those different leagues on those nights, but we also we're going to put some parameters in there. So we're going to have, we're going to carry on with the teams because that's really popular. So we're not going to just do it every man for himself. So we can buddy up with everyone. And these guys decided they thought it would be okay if we did like a team's draw. That's what we're going to do, aren't we? Like a little show. We'll make a little show where we'll have, one drive. We'll pull them out of a hat, sort of thing. So your teammate will be random. So we can't go having Will and Crazies together in the Nissan.
No. Never.
Again, right? So it's going to be someone like Will and me, which is obviously a fast driver, and Will.
A comms guy.
I mean, sorry, it was the other way around.
We all love your optimism.
Fast, man. So what we'll do is, we're going to do a little show on that, and we'll obviously let you guys know when that's going to happen.
Yeah.
But everyone that gets involved with the sign-ups, we'll do a draw. So then we'll draw the teammates, and then we're going to, what did we say we're going to do? We're going to have a maximum of two teams.
Two teams on the PS4, but on the PS5, I think it was 3 teams because there's more drivers on the grid.
Yeah, per car, so we don't just have a grid full of Bentleys and Beamers.
BMWs on PS5, innit?
So there you go, guys. You can't now bribe each other. It's going to be split. So there's going to be some sad people out there like Traction and Michael, Pony Feeder and Kino.
Need to split you guys up.
Well, I found my car already for the next Sunday season. So
what are you going to go for?
Lexus.
Honestly, I've fallen in love with it.
Honestly, last night I drove it round just in some random lobbies. I was hitting 155 at Nerbs. I was hitting 159 at Silverstone.
And that's not what we're doing.
This was going in with no setup at all, and just
So
honestly, it's a great car.
Where did you get the opportunity to drive this Lexus? Why did this come about?
Yeah.
Oh, it was that great race on Monday night.
Was it?
What was that one called?
Well, the Race of Champions. Which
the Race of Champions. I don't know if anyone managed to watch it. It was just one of those things. We put a stream up.
A very nice gentleman in a suit presented.
It turned out that it's actually the most watched.
Well, I'm only half a guy.
It's the most watched video that we've actually done to date on FRL. So that was brilliant. Coops with his tux and
half tux.
He's half tux.
Yeah,
we were trying to get you to stand up, but you just didn't see it. That would have been epic if you stood up and showed us like luminescent pink and green Bermuda shorts or something with big hairy legs.
He says he missed it, but he actually saw it. He just wasn't willing to do it.
So everyone's going to be very, very happy to know.
I'm in a wheelchair. I couldn't have stood up. Actually, it's not true because I've just stood up 10 minutes ago. It's a miracle!
No, so everyone will be very happy to know that Race of Champions is a thing that's going to keep on happening going forward with the use of any of the kind of newer guys might not know this, so we'll explain it to them. But the guys that were here beforehand, we did the TT, so the time trial, where you were to go in, you were to take part, you were to put your times on a Google sheet, which was set up by the wonderful Mr. Will Friedman. This was so that everyone, when they had a bit of downtime, we could run another wee sort of competitive edge to the FRL. Well, this time, taking Racer Champions into consideration, we're going to use the TT format, where it's going to take part over the course of, let's say, 1 or 2 months, and the top 20, did we say?
Top 20 for PS4 and then top 30 for PS5.
Will take part in a Race of Champions event as well, so that will be like a bi-monthly thing.
Hopefully will always be one make.
Yes,
I did enjoy that.
That's a really good way going forward.
And there'll be a monetary prize as well.
Yeah, monetary prizes.
Car given out 25 hours before the event. Again, Coops can do it.
Some signed boxes or something. This is what I wore on the Race of Champions. I'm going to send it to Geo. I know he's desperate.
A big stained set of boxes. There you go. Stick them in that bag there and don't take them back out.
Skid marks on the track, skid marks on your shorts.
Details of that will come out very shortly as well, because we want to get that kind of up and running as quickly as we possibly can. But that's going to take a little bit of working and magic by our Mr. Will Friedman in the background. He's going to make sure the Google spreadsheet and the way that we report it back, so that we can see who's who and who's fast, who's not, etc. So that's Will Friedman's baby.
I think we should take a moment just to say well done to the King.
The King.
Well done to the King, Michael Races, for winning the Race of Champions. I thought it was really nice of all of us to make him feel part of the group and let him win that.
Who is this Michael guy? I mean, really? Is he that fast?
He's pretty quick, isn't he? Well, he showed a clean pair on Monday.
He actually kept Crazy's probably 5 seconds at bay for about the last 12 laps. And
I did beat him last night though.
I nipped onto Michael's stream, and I was kind of trying to put him off by saying, he's catching you, he's closing in. And
sorry, you were watching whose stream on that night? What?
I nipped over to Michael's just to see what was going on. I'll come back to yours.
Well, it wasn't on my channel, so.
You know what I mean? I'll come back to your mush. No, I watched every minute of it.
If I'm not mistaken, did Michael not also get pole position?
Yeah, Michael smashed it.
Smashed the lap record by about a second.
Yeah, just
smashed the lap record, got
get
pole
the pole
position,
smashed the record. That just says a lot right there about how fast he is.
and then he bloody won it.
Yeah.
Michael, have you got a layer of 35 quid by any chance? Well done, well deserved, buddy. Amazing.
Well done, mate. Okay.
Crazy's came second, and
De Will, wasn't it? Third?
De Wilford.
In the De Will was third in the race.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because him and Krishna were just having a beautiful battle for the whole race. They didn't want to keep that place, and then they had a little touch which left. Who was it? Drifter got involved. Anyway, we'll go through the whole thing again.
The pace in that race was just unbelievable. Honestly,
yeah.
I couldn't keep up.
I think Michael got to a 2 minutes flat, 2 minutes and a half. I think was his fastest in quali.
That was quali.
Yeah, 2 minutes.
2:05.
Yeah.
Astronomical.
But I'm going to go back to our race evenings because Michael's getting a big head now, which he deserves. But in terms of times, so the race evenings that we're going to put on, so we're going to keep Sundays. We're going to keep at 10.
Yeah.
Tuesdays we're going to keep at 8:30. And then Fridays is to be confirmed at this stage, is it?
Yes.
It's on
it'll probably be 8. It'll probably be 8 p.m.
Because it'll be like a 2 or a 3 hour endurance or whatever.
2 hour. It's always going to be 2 hour.
James has put in once a month at 8 p.m. and the sign up.
2 hour.
I guess he's decided it will be 8.
And then Slammers will still be at 11 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's been put down as 10 p.m. on a Tuesday.
Well,
I'll change that.
It won't be. Yeah, it won't be.
Has it really?
Yeah, it's sitting as 10 p.m. just now.
I'll change that.
Might be
Again,
too
you're gonna follow the taco.
We'll just follow the taco calendar. Yeah, easy as pie.
Is that going
But-
to? Is that
but-
only on PS4?
Yes, it will be only on PS. Well, unless there's enough interest on PS5,
Okay.
and then Chris could probably do something with that.
Well,
But at the moment, it'll be just PS4.
PS4 now, yeah. So if any PS5 guys want to get involved, it's basically come and go as you please, as it's always been. It did
And
get, like I was saying,
little
quite
twist,
serious.
little twist this season. It will alternate weeks, so 1 week will be GT3, 1 week will be GT4.
Nice.
Yes. Just to put a span on the works. So
And I
that
might even throw in the cup cars for 1 week. So like the Lambo ST
that could be the last week.
Porsche
That could
Lambo.
be week 9 or something, or week 8.
and the Porsche Cup. I do like the Porsche Cup car.
Now,
I like
are they the same class?
And there, you've just look at that. Will's just went.
Will's like, oh, I love that.
Yes, I like my Porsche Cup.
So is the Porsche and the Lambo, are they both classed as cup cars? Like, are they the same class?
I think so.
No,
they're both
they are not.
they're not in the same class.
I don't.
No, they're not.
I always thought the Porsche was a lot quicker than the Lambo.
Yeah,
Ooh.
definitely.
Yeah, I think the Porsche would actually, if you could drive it well enough, you could match a GT3 driver.
You can match the GT3 and the ST as well.
Until you get into top gear and then it falls in its face and a GT4 will pass it.
There, James has just said on the live chat, he will change it. I'm guessing that's the time for
Slammers.
Slammers.
It's changed
Thanks,
already.
James.
Thank you, James. Excellent. Thank you, James.
Got it on
Fantastic.
screen.
So that's a lot of like kind of races, a lot of leagues, and a lot of events that we've got planned to kind of get the ground, like to start with them basically as quickly as possible, get everybody back racing. Obviously, we're still doing a few tests, etc. We've got a couple of tests servers still set up. So
Are we gonna run a test endurance on Friday, Chris?
yes, so Friday coming.
All right,
We'll get a wee post up. I'll do that tonight as soon as we finish here. I'll post up for both platforms, PS4 and
Endurance.
PS5, an endurance race. It'll be
Mixed.
2 hours. It'll be 8 o'clock.
Mixed at Catalunya.
Well, we're already
Mixed at Catalonia.
getting a number of people that are actually putting an icon next to the races. So currently there's 8 people for PS4 and 8 people for PS5 for the endurance. So you might be able to
Good.
get those guys to help you test.
Well, we'll put a post up anyway.
Yeah.
After this.
Yeah, it's a good idea. Oh, something interesting actually, that everyone's going to be really, really impressed with. So we were talking about our figures earlier on, not our figures, our FRL membership figures, weren't we, earlier on? And James was saying that sort of pre-Christmas time, there's about 100 members on Discord and in the various different areas, and now
And it boom.
we're at 715.
Yeah.
700. That is crazy.
That's
If
mental.
it keeps going the way it's going, I'd imagine by the end of March, going into
Quadruple
April.
figures.
April, you're
Four
gonna be in
figures.
4 figures. Yeah.
4
Yeah,
figures, yeah. By the summer, we'll be absolutely booming. Booming.
Yeah.
We're booming.
You
just
guys
now.
better get your places sorted out. You better get signed up to stuff, otherwise.
I'm Patreon and admin, so I already
Yeah.
get. I
And
already
the
get in.
only way we get bigger,
All
and
you
the-
get is a number.
I'm in every race.
one of the main things that we can do to help cater for us growing so big is patrons. Patrons. Your help is the money that's
crucial.
put into the patron goes it goes a long way. We can get more servers, we can get more tiers. So baby steps, like we're saying, we're back
And not
to,
just here as well, guys. I mean, I know we touched on this TNT new thing that's going on with We the Kevin and Georgie Priest
Can't leave the Americans
Joseph.
out, can we?
Nah.
No,
Big time
Also,
Dave,
we-
you know, they're getting servers set up now. That's going to end up growing as well. And we're going to end up over there, aren't we, at NASCAR?
Yeah.
Also, with Patreons, we get the website exclusively because we have Patreons. We couldn't get the website without Patreons. We also get new tables for standings because they are not free. We pay for the tables, and especially the tables and the website, yeah. And not only the servers.
Yeah. There's a lot of things in the peripherals that the patrons help out with without even realising.
Yeah. So let's
Look,
keep it coming.
Michael says you're not allowed to win if you're not a patron.
So 700 Patreons, come on. That's our
Subscribe
aim.
to my channel.
And mine. I need
Yeah,
to
and
catch
yours.
Coops up.
Shut up! You're ahead.
Oh
of
no,
me.
I'm ahead of me.
So
ahead.
Danny Boy has put in, can we do a morning race? So on PS5 platform, the new lobbies set up where you can actually set up a lobby, like the free lobbies and etc. What we'll do is on the off days, like Mondays and Wednesdays and Saturdays, for anyone that's willing to race on those days, I'll most likely be available in setting up just like wee mini events here and there. I'll post them up
Random
as
specials.
well. Yeah, just like wee special
One-offs.
one makes, GT3 races, GT4 races, mixed races. It'll always be like a Monday or a Wednesday or a Saturday, so that it doesn't clash with any of the other days, giving guys a rest. And for those of you like me who don't have a life and all you do is race on ACC,
Or try to, in your instance.
Yeah.
well, yeah.
Are you going to call that series Morning Glory?
Morning glory.
I couldn't help it. I was
Kill beans, mate. Kill beans.
cool beats. Oh yeah, Coop's competition tonight. I know you've all been listening intently to every single word we've been saying, and I hope you have. The competition tonight is you have to give us a number. You have to guess who says cool beans
The most.
out of me and Chris, or any of us that want to join in. You have to give us a number of how many times you think we said it, because we're keeping a tally, and at the end of the show there's a really special surprise for someone.
I've got an assistant in the corner that's just standing there waiting every time I say kill beans. I'm not going to show you because she's only wearing a bikini. It's just for my eyes only.
Think it's far fetched to be calling her she.
Sorry, he. Teddy bear in the corner.
Right, get back to the important stuff. So
Yes.
um,
Morning glory. Brilliant.
I think it's just it's a great name. The Rise of FRL. I mean, how do you want to do it? The Hard Road to Victory. I could do this all night. It's fine.
Oh,
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah. So, right. Shall we see?
Your
Right,
hard
guys,
work.
what about questions? What we got this week? Question
So,
wise.
yeah, a couple of questions come in. I've not seen any more, so let me just very quickly double check to see if we have had any other questions. We've got two so far, which we'll cover off now. Come on, Wi-Fi, pick up. Hamster, run faster. Come on. Right, no more questions come through in the email, so what we'll just go with is what we had over the last couple of days.
Yep.
So the first one came in from Michael Races. That was on the 17th. He was just saying, just wondering if it's possible to be able to scrap double points with everything being so tight between the whole grids. My personal opinion would be that it doesn't promote the close action in the table we all love to see, and it's not really true to form of real life racing. So although it's close on track, that may not get reflected in the table due to a poor or strong double points race.
Yeah.
It's a very good point he's made, and I've actually touched base with a couple of the admins on this, including James.
It's definitely a winner's question, isn't it?
Well, he just wants to win. He wants it to be better. He wants it to be closer. So I think going forward, and I think it's probably in agreement as well, we're going to keep the point system tighter by, instead of it being 40 points for a win and 36 for second place, etc. We're going to go 20 to 1, 30 to 1 for the PS5, so that the leagues stay tighter. and
more
it
or less.
gets a little bit more interesting. It's more to fight for.
I do
especially
like that. I do
mid-season.
like the 20-1.
Yeah, 20-1 and 30-1 for
Yeah.
PS5.
It's
I
the
know
same way as they
with-
do it on PC, and it gets close on there.
The Midnight Madness, it was crazy, but that's just because we wanted to add a little bit of craziness to that. But I think
It worked
yeah,
for Slammers. Slammers was always tight. If you did poor in a race, you had to. Well, so yeah, you lost point. Well, you lost like 10 points, but it took ages to claw that back.
yeah,
Yeah,
so it makes it more interesting.
it's tight if you raced at every race actually
Mhm.
with 20-1, but if you miss a race, you have no chance to come back with 20-1.
So it's incentive for people to keep scheduling time to come in and take part. It's an hour out your day. So I know we've got lives, we've got lives outside of this, but it's good incentive, and that's why we're making the times a little bit more favourable. It's after working hours for like most of us. The kids are in bed for most of us, apart from gamer dads, who's probably going to get up again about another 3 times in the next hour.
No, he's
But-
asleep now.
The times, they were going through lots of test phase, and we've got lots of staggered times, but they seem to suit. We seem to have quite a good consistent base of drivers. So cool beans on that.
Cool beans. Traction, him and Michael are having their own little show in the chat. Traction says, try and imagine him in his accent saying this. That's a good question, Michael. And then Michael says,
The hell accent was that?
it is. It's an intellectual question, isn't it? They're a right little chat in there, aren't they? Sorry, Dad, what did you say?
I was just trying to figure out the accent you're using.
There's like
No, I'm
mixing
saying,
between.
imagine them. I'm pretending to be not them, obviously.
It's
It
without-
sounded a mixture of Canadian stroke
I know.
English.
That was nowhere near Geordie, was it?
It
I wasn't trying to be Geordie.
looked like a very bad spitting image show, just in that corner.
I'm not going to do it.
Crazies has just kind of strengthened our point we've made there. So the point system for the Sunday next season will be made so that only 1 point difference for each position down. Cool. Excellent. So if that answers your question, Michael.
Cool beans.
So I missed the meeting.
Gamers on 2.
I missed the meeting because I was doing stewarding on PC, but I remember there was a lot of questions on whether some were for it, some were against it. Did it ever get brought up about carrying on reverse grids on any of the seasons? Any of the
Well, I did put a suggestion forward earlier in this little chat about the top 5 being put at the back on the second race
right.
instead of the top 3. That makes it
Right.
slightly
This
harder.
probably adds a little bit more of a dynamic. Full reverse grids
It,
can sometimes be a bit of a
it didn't
cluster
work.
flock.
If
It didn't work.
if there was a function in game to have a full reverse grid, I think it would make the life easier.
Yes.
But I think the guys that were sitting on the grid for longer and had to chase to get to the front,
And
their tyres were a lot better than ours at the front.
I did notice that the green light was waiting for the
First
original
corner.
pole position. No, it was waiting for
Yeah,
original
the
pole
original pole
position
position.
to cross the line. So that's
Because,
why we started late
yeah.
into the first corner.
We were already practically
Oh,
tier 2 or
yeah.
practically around the corner when it started.
So yeah, it does require someone to go and qualify, or the pole position for the second race to go and qualify, even if it's just like a really slow lap. They need to be on pole because otherwise it doesn't work.
So the only way you might be able to do that is to leave the server, come back in the server with someone with the numbered position. That way they're actually on grid with that number, and then you sit out
Yeah.
at qualifying.
That's a can of worms, I would say.
Yeah.
It can be a pain in the arse, but it'd be the only way you're going to be able to do it. So as the green lights would be in the right place.
Mhm.
I think we should get Will in here every week, right? Because we're all chatting about great stuff, and Will, he's in that live chat. He's answering every question they've got out there in that live chat.
I love it.
He's like a
Absolutely
little
brilliant.
assassin. He's just like, brilliant. Thanks, Will.
Yes, so you can be our live chat answeree.
That was
Yeah.
it was originally meant to be Christopher's job, but he's failed miserably at it every week.
No, just I pop
Just
in
like
and read
everything
it.
else, then, isn't it, Dale?
He's got to have cooks to help out.
Hey, what won't do?
Yeah, cool beans.
Cool beans, mate. 75.
So, do you have more questions, Christopher?
Yes, we have another question which came in from Cascanova. This guy is full of questions. I think this is probably second or his third question in the 4 episodes we've had so far.
Very
But this
inquisitive person.
Yeah. So he's always asking questions. Actually, want more questions? Fire them in, get them into the email. It's frlleague0@gmail.com. So fire the questions whenever you want. His question came in on the 20th. So after having such a blast on Bathurst during practice and managing to drive as inconsistently as I did, not a typo, an idea popped up. The setup database is growing, so after a while, at least for a patron, winning a setup during the cast is not so special anymore, since a lot of them will already exist. So maybe we can offer the opportunity to win an alien. So this is a wee idea that he's put to us. Watching lap guides and practicing is one thing, but getting a lesson with an alien for, let's say, an hour on a chosen track plus car would be really good. I honestly even think people would pay for it if the service would be offered. I know it would help me a lot, so curious as to what you guys thought on this answer. This
I
idea.
like the idea. I do like the
that.
idea.
I'll charge less than everyone else.
But
An alien
what
behind
do
the
you
mic.
class? What do you class as an alien?
So yeah, look, we've got obviously like a good like bunches that stand out. Definitely a cell gamer. You're always there. You're definitely up there pace wise. Your track like knowledge, your braking zones and everything. Your car setups.
Car knowledge now. Car knowledge as well.
Car knowledge is getting far better. So
Definitely up there with your little mistakes as well.
Will's definitely you done that one night where you
Will's just like GT4
you
like
were
alien.
shown from the start to the finish. You'd mentioned on the Discord, I'm going to post up my video how I go about getting ready for a race, and I think you'd quite a lot of people watching that video how you set your GT4 car up. So there's definitely within the 5 years here, there's 2 people that are capable of doing that type of thing. So as a competition prize, instead of it being a car setup, let's have an hour with an alien.
I'm off. I'm off.
Cascanova, you've hit a nerve. Kill beans, mate. Kill beans.
Cool beans.
So that's definitely a fantastic idea. However, we would need to run this by like the guys that are the aliens. We all know who they are. So we just need to make sure they are willing to put in the extra time, which I'm guessing they will. Some guys might not. They might just, I don't know. You can't force it on anyone. It's a fantastic idea, and it's definitely something we'll put into the works, and we'll keep you posted on that. So
I want Michael races.
It's the car. It's not him. It's the car.
What about the setup and
setup.
stuff? We know you like him and stuff, right? But what about the car setup?
Huh?
Was that a question for me?
So
No, Chris is just.
I was just saying, you yourself, I would class you as an alien. You're fast, you're consistent, your setups are great.
In GT4, yes.
Certainly
Yeah,
GT4.
I'm not that fast. I'm just in the average, I think. Many people are faster than me. I'm
I've
just
seen
in
you.
the average, just like Emirtat and so on.
I've seen you driving with Keddy. It was a while back, but you were in the Porsche GT Cup, the Porsche Cup car as well, and you done really well on that. So
I like the Porsche Cup because it's a car with no TC.
Yeah.
And in the old GT5 and GT6 days, I was used to drive cars with no ABS, no TC, nothing, and with the controller.
Mhm.
And I drove on controller. Yeah, and with poor tires, like I don't remember on the game. It was sport or comfort tires, I think. And I drove for 15 years, I think, with controller. Then I switched to the wheel, and it seemed pretty easy. So maybe people just think I'm an alien, but I just think I'm in the average. And I just
Modest, Will. Modest.
yeah.
I think a lot of it comes down to when you're an alien, you are fairly quick, but it really comes down to the consistency that you can stay quick.
Stop it,
If you
Chris.
can if you can do the same lap times quickly around the track each lap, you're definitely going to put yourself in with a chance of winning.
Yep.
To be quick is not the key. Consistency is the key.
Yeah.
To be honest, especially on this game, because it was easier to win races on GT Sport, for example, because consistency was not the key in this game. To manage tires was the key, I guess, but
that's now a big thing on PC. Managing your tires is a big thing on PC now. I mean, the PC platform is always going to get like first dibs on anything regarding Assetto Corsa Competizione, and it's great when you're racing on PC. The dynamics are different. The feel of the cars far better, and the tires wear down so fast, so you've got to manage them. So being consistent and kind of easy to start with.
The force feedback apparently is getting very close on PS5 now to the way the PC one feels.
And I've definitely noticed that.
I don't think the tyre model has yet came to PlayStation yet.
No.
I think that's something they're going to bring shortly, because they're
still be a hot fix.
They're on 1.7.75. So until they get to 1.9, I think it would be the upgrade.
I've seen some kind of date somewhere about the 28th or 27th of March before they can even think about applying some of those hot fixes regarding tyre models. So it'll make the driving experience better.
Yeah, the cars will be a little bit slower, but you have to manage your tyres. So basically, your brake ducts are opened a bit more so you don't overheat your tyres. You have to have a higher ABS setting so you don't flat spot them.
I've noticed that on PC as well.
Yeah, a couple
ABS
of
is a massive thing.
A couple of flat spots and your tyres are burst. Period. And then also it will take you about 5-6 laps to get your tyres from going out of the pits to getting to actually operating temperature. So you won't be able to just go around 2 laps and then come back in and make modifications. You have to do a certain number of laps before you can really figure out if your adjustments have made any difference.
So Neil's put something on the live chat there saying, very good question, and I think it would be good if the alien who does the lesson to find help out with maybe showing how you can tweak the setups to suit different driving styles. So Gamer Dad's great for that. Gamer Dad's really good at adapting cars.
Not everyone can drive my setups.
You're like a monster truck.
No, because in the Jag I had to keep it flat to the floor to make it work.
Yeah. Well, each car's got its own idiosyncrasies.
Yes,
as well.
I'm learning that each car is set up in a specific way to make it work.
I think it was Lock and Load told me on my stream one day that he is of the
opinion.
Turn your
computer off and go home.
Now he's of the opinion that every single car has a sweet spot for ride height. That makes it go the fastest and have the best grip, and then everything else is what you would tweak. So once you figure out every car's ride height, you're good to go.
Yep.
Is what he's basically said.
Right.
So
some fantastic tips.
It does make sense, but trying to find that sweet spot's going to be a pain in the ass. Especially for every car. There's quite a few cars now.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
It's going to be flying around the chat for the next week.
Yeah.
Cool beans.
Yeah, we'll think of something else next week.
So we've covered off a lot of the kind of testing that we did, guys. We've covered off the questions that have come in as well. If there's any other questions you want answered, then fire them onto the live chat. Again, if you want to make sure you want to kind of have a look at the Patreon even and just see what kind of incentives there is on there. This is something that's going to be changed and tweaked coming up soon. We're going to have a wee look into the different types of things that Patreon can offer our drivers, PC and PlayStation platforms. So the more we get, the better. Helps us get bigger, helps us get it covers a vast range, so it's always good if we can get more people to sign up for that. Channels on the Discord, go and have a look. It's dead easy. Click on it, go in, take a read. If you don't know how to read, Derek will help you.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to have a look at the app, and I think we should just all. I know we've had a little bit of a we haven't really had a pause, have we? I mean, Raise the Champions was Monday. What are we now? Wednesday.
Yeah.
And everyone's been getting involved with all the testing and trying to help each other out with what's been going on with the PS5s and the updates and things not working properly. And now we're straight into this meeting earlier on and tonight, and then I think, well, we're already go, aren't we, in terms of the sign-ups and those bits. So
yeah,
basically, there is no rest for everybody. Let's just crack on.
Yep.
We can't rest now. We're getting to such a good stage.
Do we have a start date for the leagues in place out of the meeting, or is that a kind of
not yet
standby?
Yeah, feelers out just now. Get the guys involved. See who wants to race where, and then
get numbers first. Then we go from there.
Me and Coops are going to come up with an absolutely fantastic calendar for tacos.
Anyone who's looking forward to that, use that as well.
Yep, and Slammers will be the same. Yep,
and I will come up with a good, excellent calendar for the endurance as well.
Oh,
is there? Are you guys thinking about any maybe
calendar wars?
Are you guys thinking about any maybe one-off events just to keep things going?
So Friday coming.
Friday we're going to do one.
Test and endurance for both platforms.
Right.
Again, it'll be Catalunya. It'll be mixed grid, GT4, GT5. So PlayStation 4 will have 10 and 10, and PlayStation 5 will have 15 and 15.
Yeah, and I think there might be something coming. In my mind, I think there'll probably be something coming on Sunday as well, because we're all going to do a lot of testing, aren't we? And then we can run that event on the Friday. We'll have a good idea of numbers by then. I don't mean to start the league on Sunday, but I think we'll find a way to do something. We've got to get everyone back.
Teasers like that.
Well, and Evan's asking about the point scoring system for tacos, or is it just Sundays? No, I think we'll keep
across
it.
The board.
Yeah, it'll be uniform so that everyone knows that's what we're aiming for. Yeah,
keeps it as tight as possible.
Yeah.
Tight.
Yes.
Now I think that'll make that interesting on the endurance, because you could have GT4 cars that are higher points.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That'll be. Although Will I think was having higher points than I was anyway. I was spending half my time racing the GT4
You
cars.
were the best GT4 car there, weren't you, Dal, in your GT3?
I was indeed.
Honestly, I've watched it everywhere.
You got driver of the day one week, because we gave you incentive. Make sure if you finish in front of the GT4s, and I was in the last lap, you just managed to get it, so you got one vote. I sent in.
Well, the problem is that when you're in a GT3 car and you're the slowest GT3 car, you have the GT4 cars right there. And when you go into the first corner, you're just flooded by GT4 cars that go by you, because they brake later into the corner. And you just have to be careful when it puts you back, and it's horrible to get back forward again.
I know.
And you don't want to ruin the leaders of the GT4 cars race. So.
No, I agree. Traction said, would it be possible to have a longer calendar?
No.
More than 12. Well, we did discuss this
yes,
earlier,
Will.
didn't we?
No.
No.
Not in your series, Will, obviously.
On your bike.
We can explain why.
We did discuss this, and I think initially, so I know you guys were with us and you're not going anywhere, which is brilliant, but obviously we want to make sure that it's running correctly. We're probably going to start with around about 8, aren't we? I think we're saying eight's a pretty sweet number. And then once those seasons are out the way, obviously there'll be more growth. All those good bits. Then we can look at, okay, does one group of chaps, have they got an appetite for a longer season, or do others want the same sort of so we'll see. But it's not out of the question.
If I can put my 2 cents worth in on that, I think sometimes if you have a longer season, it encourages people that might have missed a race or two, especially with the way the points are going to go, where it's 20-1 or 30-1. Once you get so far behind, you might start finding people just not turning up. And I mean, with the short-term series, you do get reserve drivers coming in, but eventually if you have a 14, 15 track season, halfway through you lose a bunch of guys, then you've got reserve drivers just taking over for the rest of the season, and it's a tricky situation to try and navigate, I would imagine.
Yeah, I think the way that we navigate that is what we do currently. Is we do nice size seasons, and lots of them. Yeah. So when one finishes within a week, another one's banged straight on again. So people have got that focus, haven't they? It's a good point, Dale.
So touching on what Michael Races said, can we get rid of double points events? These are, I feel these are nice wee incentives. Either mid-season.
He only said that because it was the race that he could have lost his championship in.
But I think they had a lovely wee spin on things, and it makes the guys work that little bit harder, and it makes it more intense. So having that one or two special events that are double points, I think it adds a nice aspect to the leagues.
Yeah, but
it's fine as long as it's probably not like a title deciding race.
Yeah.
So like a mid-season then?
Yeah, like mid-season or early season if you've done it, but as long as it's not a complete title decider, I think it should be okay.
What were you going to say there, Will?
Yeah, but for example, if you have a race which is double point, but for personal reason you can't do this race, so you lose a lot. I mean, and you can come back to the championship and lose motivation.
Yeah, so there's always going to be a very small niche of people that these types of aspects of the kind of racing kind of parameters don't fit. Maybe that I can't make that race, and unfortunately it's the race that double points are going to take effect. So we'll discuss it. We'll see. I don't know if it's something we're going to take away. It's something that we've been implementing in most of our leagues, and they've favoured everyone, well, most people. It's a valid point, it is, because it might be a race that you can't attend, and that's your whole league, your whole season over. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
I mean, if people want to have a double points league, maybe the way forward.
A double points league.
Well, double points in the league, but
with a triple point race in the finale.
Yeah, maybe you can.
And
have
then a quadruple bonus qualifying session.
What you could do with like your one-off events, maybe you could have 2 back-to-back, and the double points just to have a short series. If people want to have double points, but
so this is the beauty of Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays. We can have fun, play around with all the different kind of nights. PS4 and PS5, we can hold something. I mean, we don't talk enough about PC, which we'll do tonight as well. We need to talk about PC. PC has got some amazing leagues and some really, really good venues and some amazing setups in the works. Keddy has been working so hard in the background, along with James, yourself, Dale. We've got this LFM thing that's everyone's getting involved in as well, which is starting to grow wings and legs and God knows what else.
It's a nice place to advertise. It's not our league or anything, but it's nice to get in there and do some endurance races and show our liveries out to the rest of the world.
The thing about PC is it's a completely different game. Where PC base is growing so fast, it's massive, and the recognition there is get onto the sim grid, get yourself registered, get on, have a look and see what actual leagues. I mean, what leagues have we got up and running? Dale, have a quick look. Give us a wee breakdown. Your baby, your long run.
At the moment, the long run started tonight. That's basically the longest tracks in the game over a long period of time. Just enough that you can't fill the car and run. You're going to have to put in double fuel.
So you need a strategy and stuff and tyres and what. So 2 hours and 3 hours. So is it alternate, isn't it? 2 hour race, 3 hour race next week?
It's 80-minute races until the finale, which is 2 hours of Spa.
Right,
so
fantastic.
Nice.
It's just
cool beans.
Mostly enough to just enough to destroy your. Go in and get 1 litre of fuel and come back out, because there's no mandatory pit window or mandatory thing that you have to do in the pits. It's just 1 litre of fuel at least, and then carry on from there. we still have our GT Fridays, which is it's like our GT Sunday on PlayStation. It's the same concept.
Yeah.
Um,
That seems to be really popular. I was in that the other night, and it was
it started off with
36 cars, 36 people or something.
yeah. There's people that miss races like there is in PlayStation. We don't have reserves coming in for it, so the numbers come down more or less. I think, if we got everyone running, it'd be upwards of 43, 44 drivers.
What's happening in the live chat? So, I mean, we're managing the check-ins on PC differently as well. We were, I think the control of it being left on SimGrid was maybe seeing a lot of people just not showing up, whereas here on our Discord, Keddy and James have been kind of working on setting up check-ins like we do normally for PlayStation, and it's working an absolute treat. So we're starting to see the numbers grow and people consistently attending. And this, the Friday session or this Friday sees our finale at Bathurst as well. I'm absolutely psyched for this. I know I'm not the fastest guy, but I'm really looking forward to getting on there and tearing my Porsche rounds and getting fully involved. It's like I'm just so looking forward to it. And we've got our single events as well. Keddy's always he's got his wee mind doing things and working things out, and he's coming up with different events. So get on SimGrid, guys. Go and have a look and see what we've got going and get signed up.
If you don't want to commit to every single week, we've also got the British GT Thursdays, which is once a month, and then the endurance events, which run all year long but once a month.
Yeah.
So I think that's the first Saturday of each month.
Yeah, so we've got millions.
Yeah.
I mean, we've got so many admins working so hard, keeping things going for you, so keep it going, guys.
And April, I think we have the 12 hours of Monza, the charity event for the people's minds.
Tell us more about that. I just killed myself. Get dead excited there.
I'll be honest, I can't remember. I know
12 hours round Monza.
Have you sorted comms out for that yet?
I'm going to do
comms and live stewarding is definitely going to happen. But we need to have a pool for everybody, because you're not going to sit there for 12 hours on your own cups and.
I bet I could.
By the time you had all your coffee and
that
talk to
11th
yourself, it'd be crazy.
Michael's won the road.
Still in first place.
Wait.
Yeah, so
well, so between us, we've got Hydra, we've got myself, we've got Coops, we'll be doing comms, I'll probably jump in and do a stewarding stint as well whilst you need to go and have some.
Gio, if Gio's about, Gio's got a good comms. In fact, whilst we're talking about comms, Gio was saying in the live chat that he would still really like to be around and do his Taco Tier 2 comms. So I think,
nice.
Knock yourself out.
Cool beans.
Oh.
Yeah, I'll do Sundays and Tuesdays still Tier 1.
We love you, Gio! Yeah!
Gio can get on and do all the other bits. Hydra can get on in the PC side, and Chris, you can do your Saturdays.
Get myself if.
Yeah.
Just press the off button and go home.
No.
But yeah, if you want to join that event, it's online. Just jump on.
It's on SimGrid. Get yourself registered. Click on it. Have a look. Have a read. Get involved.
We're not charging anyone to race.
But they can donate.
We will have a donation link, and that will be available in Discord. It will be available in the live
50
streams.
pence, a pound, a fiver, a tenner. Goes to a good cause.
Yeah, there's 700 people in Discord.
700 people. If they stick 50 pence each, what does that work out at? Just quick, somebody help me. Quick. £350.
It sounds like it's turned into a QVC channel. Anyone want to buy a Frenchman? There's a lovely Will here. Let's buy him. No, not having it.
You've already sold your trousers. We can't sell them.
I've not seen yours yet. Where is it? Oh, he's lost it. He's trying to look for something. I wonder what he's looking for.
So, would you like to wrap up your competition there, Coops? since
No, I'll have to
close
tell
the
you.
end of the-
I've got a few answers in there. I need to tally it all up because obviously, you know, I don't know how many times I've said Cool Beans or Chris or Gamer Dad. I was just joking.
I don't think you tally at all. I don't have a guy naked in the corner wearing just a bikini tallying up. I really don't, honestly.
Honest.
Honest.
The only part of that conversation that was a lie is the fact that he's counting something. There's definitely somebody there.
Definitely. It's probably a blow up thing.
Standing just off camera, breathing heavily. You can see Chris's hair going.
Anything anyone else wants to bring up at the moment? That's
Apart
really
from a dinner
important.
from earlier.
No. Well done.
Not on stream.
No. Okay, so we've covered off what's happening with the update. We've covered off what the roadmap is in terms of PS5, PS4, PS5 guys using PS4, Sundays, Tuesdays, Fridays, the different things we can have going on. Slammers, sorry, gamer. And TNT, sorry, we the Kevin, Georgie Priest before they start moaning. We know how we're going to pick the cars. We know we're going to do teams, times,
I'm looking forward to that pot pick,
PC
actually.
events. I don't think we missed anything out this evening.
No,
I think it's all covered at the moment, yeah.
A big massive thank you to Michael and Cascanova for your questions, guys. I'd like again, just keep them coming, get them in through the email. They don't, I'll kill you. Period.
I like that point as well. Traction says 14, Michael says 38. Now you're both wrong.
It's probably in the hundreds.
It probably is.
14:30.
We'll have to watch it back. I'm going to have to watch this back. You do know that now, and count how many times we say this because someone's going to pull me up on it and go, "Well, I said it was 38, didn't I?"
What was it we were to say? Cool beans.
Yeah, cool beans. Is that what we ending on? Are we?
Well, what is it we were saying? Well,
I'm going to talk to Will in the live chat. Will.
What is it? That seems to be over here.
Sorry,
His
I wasn't listening.
So what is it we're saying? Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
Go on, say it. Will. Cool beans.
They're wanting you to
Cool
say it
beans.
well.
Cool beans.
Cool beans.
There you go.
Yeah.
Bosh.
Yes.
Winner.
Brilliant.
I don't like beans.
Massive.
I just
thank
like Mr. Bean, but not beans.
Mr. Bean. A massive thank you for Will tonight, guys. This is the guy that's doing all of the beautiful stuff in the background. So he's always more than welcome to send him a message and ask him any questions about the website and about Patreon and about the new up and coming TT thing that's going to be taking place, which gets you involved and hopefully in the Race of Champions. So yeah, we covered that off as well. So a massive thanks to Will for coming in tonight and listening to our bloody madness. I could only apologise if you don't understand any of the words that either myself or Dale are saying, because I know we've got a very Scottish broad accent.
Yes.
Even I don't understand you after time.
Freedom!
I prefer Martin, to be honest.
Ooh, Will and Martin up a tree, K-I-S-S-I-N-G.
You weren't
And there we
brought
go.
into that one game.
We'll end on that. I mean, Will have got to get up a tree. So,
So it's a goodbye for me.
I want to put a little shout out just again. Thank you to everyone. And special shout out goes to Michael Races and Kino, and I'm just going to leave that there for now. They know what I mean.
Right.
You're all great. I love you all, but I'm just giving a special.
Why
shout out.
are they getting special treatment?
Special treatment there.
Well, they obviously I like them more than you.
Oh, okay. That's understandable.
Not hard.
Right,
Right, guys.
wrap it up.
Peace.
Okay.
Right, I'll catch you all later, boys.